Hello from Dhaka. This is Tahmina Nupur and you are watching BSS News. At first, the headlines. Let's build Bangladesh with July Uprising spirit, says Home Advisor. United States report observes Bangladesh's progress in ensuring transparency in resource contracts. BNP rose like a phoenix as conspiracies to destroy it failed, says Mirza Fakhrul Alamgir. Syeda Rizwana Hasan for stronger enforcement into faulty environmental clearances. Donald Trump raises fee for high-tech visa to $100,000, says official. Now the details. Let's build Bangladesh with July Uprising spirit, says Home Advisor. Home Advisor Lieutenant General retired Jahangir Alam Chowdhury today urged all to work together in building Bangladesh based on justice, equality and humanity inspired by the spirit of the July Uprising. He was inaugurating graffiti on July Bravery and July Sacrifice at Mural Square on the Mawa end of Podda Bridge in Munshiganj. The artwork was created in memory of the martyrs of the July 2024 student movement. The Home Advisor said the graffiti will remind future generations how students set an example of sacrifice for freedom and democracy. He said that the July Uprising was not only a movement but also a struggle to establish truth and justice against injustice. The initiative, he said, will inspire young people to uphold ideals of truth, justice, freedom and democracy, describing it an invaluable witness to history. At the beginning of the program, the Home Advisor paid respect to the martyrs who sacrificed their lives in the July mass uprising. United States report observes Bangladesh's progress in ensuring transparency in resource contracts. The United States has praised Bangladesh's interim government for ensuring full transparency in natural resource procurement. It suspended all previous and ongoing direct negotiations led by the former government. The observation was made in the 2025 Fiscal Transparency Report released by the United States Department of State. The report reviewed Bangladesh's fiscal management during the political transition. It highlighted that after the July change in governance, the interim government followed the earlier budget framework but also introduced major reforms to strengthen fiscal transparency. The report said the previous government made budget proposals public but failed to release end-of-year reports on time. It noted that while budget documents were reliable, they were not fully aligned with global standards. The report pointed out gaps such as the lack of detailed expenditure, breakdowns for executive offices, and incomplete reporting on government revenues and expenditures. On auditing, it said the Supreme Audit Institution published only summarized findings during the transition and lacked independence to meet international standards. The report recognized legal provisions for awarding natural resource contracts and commended the interim government for decisive steps towards openness and accountability in this sector. It recommended Bangladesh publish end-of-year budget reports in a timely manner, align documents with global standards, provide a fuller picture of revenues and expenditure, and ensure independence of the audit body. The assessment concluded that reforms under the interim government marked important progress, but further efforts are needed to fully meet international transparency standards. BNP rose like a phoenix as conspiracies to destroy it failed, says Mirza Fakhrul Alamgir. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Alamgir today compared the party to a phoenix bird as conspiracies to dismantle BNP had failed, and instead the conspirators themselves had fled the country. He was in the inaugural session of Kishoreganj District BNP's Triennial Council at the old stadium in the town. The long-awaited council is being held after 9 years. The program began with the national anthem, hoisting a flag and performing the party song. Thousands of leaders and activists joined in a festive atmosphere. Syeda Rizwana Hasan for stronger enforcement into faulty environmental clearances. Environment, Forest and Climate Change Advisor Syeda Rizwana Hasan today called for stronger enforcement, transparency and accountability in environmental regulation, demanding an end to faulty site clearances. She was speaking as a chief guest at a seminar on strengthening environmental regulatory and enforcement capacity for a sustainable Bangladesh. The event was organized by the World Bank in Sripur Upazila of Gazipur district. So the Rizwana Hasan also serves in the Ministry of Water Resources, urged Department of Environment officials to act fearlessly and creatively. She said enforcement must go beyond fines and should include transparency, alternatives, and community empowerment. On enforcement priorities, she called for targeting major polluting industries such as dyeing factories, cement plants, and brick kilns. Publishing names of polluters online would help citizens support enforcement against political pressure. So the Rizwana Hasan strongly criticized site clearances in ecologically sensitive areas, calling them irresponsible and legally flawed. She urged officials to issue objection letters even under political pressure, saying those who are unable to perform their duties should accept transfers rather than compromise the environment. The advisor also called for publishing environmental impact assessments reports of red category industries on the Department of Environment website, digitizing complaint handling, and creating a mobile app to track enforcement action. Collaboration with local administrations to curb forest encroachment and illegal industries is must. Donald Trump raises fee for high-tech visa to $100,000, says official. United States President Donald Trump has raised the cost of H-1B visas to $100,000, especially from India. The fee was previously just under $1,000. A United States official confirmed the information. The increase is part of a wider immigration crackdown that President Donald Trump has launched since returning to the White House. Until now, the H-1B visa program had not been directly targeted. Officials said steps will also be taken to prevent technology workers on H-1B visas from lowering the wages of native-born workers. Each year, the United States issues 85,000 H-1B visas through a lottery system. India accounts for nearly three-quarters of the recipients. Many of them work for large technology companies that depend on Indian professionals who either move to the United States or travel frequently between the two countries. Technology leaders have expressed concern over the decision. Tesla founder Elon Musk, a former ally of President Donald Trump, warned that restricting H-1B visas could harm the industry. He said the United States does not have enough local talent to meet the demand for skilled technology jobs. That's all for today. For more information, visit bssnews.net. Thanks for watching.